What's up guys, K-Wills here. Today I'm going to give you my thoughts on WWE releasing AW, also known as Abraham Washington, and just give you my thoughts on the future of the Primetime Players as a tag team. I got the idea of doing this video by Jericho Rocker 1234. He told me, this was a hot topic to talk about in the internet wrestling community, and I was thinking about making a video about this. Wasn't really sure or not because so many people have talked about it. And I figured, yeah, what's said has already been said, but I figured why not, since I haven't really planned any videos for this week. So pretty much, Abraham Washington, he was fired by the WWE because of actually a few things. One was a joke he made about Kobe Bryant, which honestly makes no sense because, like I said in the past, wrestlers have said way worse stuff than what Abraham Washington said, and have done things in different segments that really make you think, that people would get fired for, but they're not. They was like, okay, whatever. And I understand now that WWE is PG, but this is one of the reasons why PG sucks. It's the fact that the WWE limits themselves for what they can do and what people, what superstars can say in the ring, and just the different segments going on, and it just makes it, seem corny. And that's why so far in the past few months, people have said, oh, Raw sucks. This sucks. So many different things. Raw has been horrible. And the reason why is because it's getting to the point now where, we've seen what WWE can do in the past, and when you look at now, it's like it's garbage most of the time. Even the wrestling quality has gone down. I mean, this past Monday Night Raw, the wrestling quality was actually very good, but in the past, a few months, Raw has just kind of been boring. And it's just, I don't really know why you would, just thinking about it now, the poor Kobe Bryant joke that you're going to get released, and also the fact that he was promoting Linda McMahon's Senate race when he was saying vote for Linda or die, and I guess, WWE officials didn't really like that. And pretty much in the end result, he got released. Now, I wish that Abraham Washington, after being released, he didn't go on that Twitter rant, because we've known in the past of certain wrestlers being released and then, immediately, later on they'll get rehired by the WWE. For example, Daniel Bryan, when he was for the Nexus, and he pretty much was choking out this ring announcer, then the next thing you know, he got released because he was too aggressive. But then later on, they would re-sign Daniel Bryan, which was the right decision. But however, the thing is, Abraham Washington went on this huge rant on Twitter, calling out WWE, Mr. McMahon, Linda McMahon, and he said a lot of things. And honestly, he's not going to get re-signed anytime soon at all. I mean, all the comments that he made about, I mean, he was kind of quiet about it on Twitter. If he said, okay, whatever, I got released, it would have in the future kind of helped him get his job back, because so many of us fans realized that that was BS, that how he got fired because of the few things that he did. And look at the past, and then how many things such as like the KD Vick segment with Triple H, that was horrible. Um, when Big So was making a joke about Kobe Bryant, and I remember a time when men, putting their hands on women and actually beating them up. I actually remember this one time when Stone Cold was actually hitting Lita with the chair multiple times and just destroying her with the chair, and that was pretty graphic in my opinion. But things like that, and you compare it to now, it's like, why would you fire the guy? And I really think that he would have re-signed Abraham Washington, but with all the remarks he said on Twitter, I don't even think so, that he's going to return anytime soon. And it's kind of a shame too, because I heard that he was way back in FCW, that he was very good. He was a good general manager. He was a good manager overall, and he's a very well-spoken person, and he was very good at what he was doing. And it kind of sucks that he was fired by his, dream job pretty much, but it is what it is. And I hopefully later on in the future, Abraham Washington will work for TNA possibly, any other different promotions. So hopefully he'll do better in the future. Now to talk about the primetime players. It's weird seeing them without Abraham Washington. To be honest with you, it is different. But I hopefully they will be able to do good on their own. Because before when they had AW, they were okay, but they just needed that like one factor, which was AW as the manager. I heard that they might not get another manager because Vince McMahon is not really that fan of managers at all, which doesn't make sense because usually when you have good talent and say if they need help with their mic skills, you have somebody like that's very good on the mic, and then you help them get them over. For example, a good reason would be Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman did all the talking, and Brock had an interesting look. He was like the monster. Here comes the pain, and it worked out great between them. So hopefully, yeah, with their gimmick, I think they'll get over as heels without AW, and if they do get the manager, they do. I kind of had this idea in my head that pretty much what would happen is that like when Mark Henry would return and he would be like the leader of the group, and then like you have Darren Young and Titus O'Neil there, and you have the manager Abraham Washington, like Mark Henry's own faction in a way, but. Maybe that can happen, but I don't think so because I think Mark Henry's going to return as a babyface. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, but I think in the future the primetime players will do okay, and I don't think they're gonna win the tag titles though, because I have a feeling that if they win the tag titles, it's gonna be just like when Epico and Primo won the tag titles. Like nobody cared. Nobody even knew they were the tag titles, tag team champions. So yeah, so I mean, hopefully later on they'll still grow as a tag team, and later on get the chance at the tag titles and win it belts. But I don't think that they're possible winner, especially with everything going on with Abraham Washington. And sometimes when somebody does something in the WWE, the politics play in, and the people who are around that person tend to pay the consequences, which I hope doesn't happen, but it might happen. Yeah, so primetime players still interesting tag team. I get a good laugh out of them. I like the whole gimmick that they have. And yeah, that's my whole idea with this whole situation with AW and the primetime players. Let me know your thoughts below. What do you think about this whole thing? Do you guys agree that Abraham Washington was wrongly fired? And what do you think will happen to him in the future? And what do you guys think of the primetime players? What they'll do in the future. Like, will they be able to succeed without Abraham Washington and be good as their own? Because I think they can. It's just it takes time. Gradually it takes time for them to get over as heels. But thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and give your thoughts down below, and give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. And I'll see you guys later. Peace. Thanks for watching.